man, a lot of fans just went into this race thinking it was just going to be a snooze fest, knowing Texas Motor Speedway doesn't put on the great racing because of the PJ1 being layered down on the outside skirts of the track, and not only that, but because of its repave after 2016. But actually, this race was better than I anticipated. We have a lot to talk about from the 2021 Texas All-Star race. Hey guys, Oscar Mobile for back again, and welcome back to another episode of NRR. And to today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the 2021 Texas All-Star race from the Texas Motor Speedway. I did not go to that race because I just didn't really feel like going, but I'm planning on going to the Texas Fall race later this year in the playoffs. Just gotta pray that it does not rain. But anyway, we're gonna be doing this a bit differently. We're gonna be looking at the All-Star Open first, reviewing that first, and then reviewing the All-Star race. So what we're gonna do for the All-Star Open, we're gonna take a look at like Stage 1 results and what happened in Stage 1, Stage 2 results, and then the All-Star Open winner. Talk about the fan vote winner, and after that we'll get to the All-Star race, and then I'll just go on from there. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive on into this episode. So, in round 1 of the first round of the All-Star Open, you had Ross Chastain take the win with Reddick second, and you also had Corey LaJoie third, DiBenedetto, Almirola, Alfredo, Cindric, Buescher, Wallace, and Chase Briscoe. So, the first Open was really, really good. I mean, Chris Buescher did get busted with the penalty for jumping the restart, which I think that penalty needs to be taken away. Only if the leader spins his tires. So if the leader does not spin his tires and then the second place driver just takes the lead, then that should be a penalty. But if they spin their tires, then there's nothing that the second place driver can do. They're just racing for the win and stuff. So I think that's a pretty dumb rule in NASCAR. But let's not rant over that. But yeah, in stage 1 round 1, you had Bubba Wallace who spun out in turn 2 and stuff. I don't know what exactly happened because I was watching the first round in my car and I didn't have the audio on, but I saw Bubba Wallace go for a spin. That really sucked for them. And then later on the next restart, you had Chris Buescher go for a spin because he kind of got taken out by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And I was just thinking, damn, Stenhouse, I know that was your old ride, but do you have something against Roush or something? Hopefully he doesn't. And then later, you had LaJoie and Stenhouse make contact. I don't know if there's a bit of a feud there, but I'm guessing that those two didn't have a good let's just move on. I just bet they weren't agreeing with each other. Let's just go with that. And then later you had Jones and Suarez get in a wreck. Very, very sad for Daniel Suarez and stuff, who was running really well, and then he just got hit by Jones. There was just nothing Suarez could go. Just Jones got loose under Chase Briscoe, I believe, and just spun out, and then everyone was able to miss. It was a great dodge by Matt DiBenedetto. I'm surprised he did not get involved, but then Suarez just got taken out, so that really sucked. And it was just good racing. I thought round 1 was really good, and you had Chastain and Reddick going at it for the final lap, and then Chastain was able to get the edge over the 8 cars, so Chastain was able to win round 1 of the All-Star Open. So that was a good win for Ross Chastain. After failing pre-race inspection, he was able to make a comeback to win the first stage or round, whatever you call it, of the All-Star Open. Now in stage 2 of the All-Star Open, you had Reddick finishing first, Almirola, DiBenedetto, Chris Buescher, Austin Cindric, Ricky Stenhouse, Bubba Wallace, Corey LaJoie, Anthony Alfredo, and then once again Chase Briscoe finishing in 10th. Really, it was just nothing until for Tyler Reddick. He was just clear, set sail in the lead. No other Chevy challenges. The other closest Chevy was Stenhouse, but he was wrecking everybody, or just getting in with others. But then Almirola passed DiBenedetto, and he just made a late charge at Tyler Reddick, but it wasn't enough to close the deal. Reddick just won stage 2 of the All-Star Open. I think stage 1 was the best. It was very eventful and stuff. Every other round was okay, but still, it was a pretty decent race. And the DiBenedetto, he just got beaten by Reddick on that restart for stage 2, so nothing DiBenedetto could do, but Almirola was just hard charging. But yeah, nothing else to say. It was just good racing and stuff. But yeah, Reddick won stage 2 of the All-Star Open and was headed into the main event later the night. And finally, in the last 10 laps, the All-Star Open winner was Aric Almirola. And even when Jeff Gordon said, finally, something good happening for once for them, I mean, the best his highlights, well, Almirola's highlights of the season were his Daytona dual win and then getting wrecked on the Daytona 500. He got a sixth place at Phoenix, but then has had so much bad luck. But still, Almirola finally had something go his way, was able to get into the All-Star race, winning the All-Star Open. He even was the only driver from the All-Star Open to make the top 10, or the final top 10 in the All-Star race, so that's pretty good. Because Reddick, I don't know what happened to him, and Chastain was doing good at first, but then just wasn't good enough there at the end. But still, it was a good race for Eric Almirola, and then you had Matt DiBenedetto, who just could not catch him. You had Chris Buescher, Chase Briscoe, I was about to say Anthony Alfredo. No, that's Austin Cindric, Bubba Wallace, Justin Haley got in the top 10. Anthony Alfredo, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Corey LaJoie. So good race right there for Eric Almirola and the 10 team to get into the All-Star race. And yeah, finally some good luck came in their way. Now since Fox is gone, will Almirola have some good luck with NBC? Stay tuned, people. Stay tuned. Before we talk about the fan vote winner, I just want to point out, I saw Tyler Reddick, he gave the command for the Xfinity Series race yesterday, and apparently he was standing around croissants at Cheddar's, or somewhere at Cheddar's, I don't know. And then all those croissants shaped into Texas, apparently there were 810 of them. That is a lot of calories and probably some diabetes right there. But then also speaking of the Xfinity Series race, Kyle Busch was able to get his 99th win in the Xfinity Series, his 10th win in the Xfinity Series at Texas Motor Speedway. Unheard of, and I was just thinking, man, it would be funny as hell if Kyle Busch got DQ'd like he did last year. But no, apparently it was Ross Chastain who got DQ'd in the Texas race in the Truck Series, and he finished third in that race, so that sucks for them, but it doesn't matter. But still, Kyle Busch able to get win number 99. I just want him to win. I mean, he's racing at Nashville next week. I just want him to win at Nashville so he can just leave and retire. But he did say that, but now I'm starting to feel like he's probably going to come back next year, probably for sponsors and stuff. That's what I just kind of see. But I just like to see someone else in the 54, just not Kyle Busch, okay? I'm not really the biggest Kyle Busch fan. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about from the Xfinity Series. So congrats to Kyle Busch getting win number 99, and congrats to Tyler Reddick being able to stand right next to Texas, or right above Texas in croissants. Wow, that's a lot. And the final part I want to talk about for the All-Star Open was Matt DiBenedetto winning the fan vote, and I was really surprised. I was like thinking, what? DiBenedetto won the fan vote? I was just confused, thinking, wait, why him? I thought it was my boy Bubba Wallace in the 23, but yet they didn't have that much of a fast car. They were running pretty good in the first stage of the All-Star Open, but then they were just, the spin kind of took them out of contention and stuff, but still DiBenedetto was able to win it, so you still have some Matty D fans pulling for him, especially after all that bad luck he's had recently, so good thing to see some things go right for them in their way, because the top 5 fan vote drivers were Chase Briscoe, Matt DiBenedetto, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, and Bubba Wallace. So, or actually think about it. What if the fan vote winner was either an Eric Jones or Daniel Suarez, but since they were wrecked out, DiBenedetto won the fan vote? That was kind of like the Bubba Wallace situation last year, where Bubba Wallace wrecked out of the All-Star Open, and then Clint Bowyer was the fan vote winner. But they said Clint Bowyer always had the fan vote lead, so this is like last year. But whatever, still congrats to Matt DiBenedetto. Now, let's review the All-Star race. Finishing first was Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson just does it again. 3 wins in a row, from Charlotte to Sonoma to Texas. He wins on the East Coast, then wins on the West Coast, and then wins down in the South. So, wow, I don't know how Kyle Larson does in the 5 team. I mean, their race as a whole, Larson, he won round 1, and, that was a 15-lap race in round 1, and then you had the top 12 invert, and really in the second round Larson struggled. I was thinking, dang, he's actually struggling out there. I mean, because he was in the midway pack of the field and stuff. But yeah, and then he won the 10-lap dash in round 6. It was a good battle between him, his teammate Chase Elliott, and Brad Keselowski. This is his second All-Star win, and technically, if you think about it, he was the last driver to win the All-Star race on the mile and a half, and that was at Charlotte back in 2019, if you really think about it. And that was even in a Chip Ganassi car. So good job for Kyle Larson, the 5 team, and we'll see if their luck continues and their win streak can continue heading into Nashville next Sunday. Finishing second was Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski almost had Kyle Larson, just wasn't as good enough as Kyle Larson in the 5 team, but he was very close. I mean, Keselowski was running pretty decent in this race. I mean, he finished second to, I think it was Ryan Blaney in the second round, just couldn't get him and stuff. And after that, he was just running out there and stuff. And then he got lucky with that caution coming out in round 5, and he was able to have the lead on the restart, so that was good for them, and so that they would get a good start for the 10-lap shootout. But still, decent race for Keselowski and the 2 team. We'll see what they can do at Nashville. I think they've won there before, I'm not sure, but still, decent race for Keselowski and the 2 teams, still looking for an all-star race win. I don't know if they have one, they probably do, but still just looking for $1 million. Finishing in third was Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott coming off that Bristol win back in that Bristol All-Star Race win in 2020 and stuff. And I really thought Chase Elliott would have had a shot to win it and stuff, because if Chase Elliott would have won this race, he would have won 2 out of the 3 Texas races from this year, winning the inaugural rain shortened race at COTA, and would have won the All-Star race here today, trying to go for 2 in a row, but just could not make it happen. But Chase Elliott still had a good race. They did win the biggest round. They won round 5, which was 30 laps and stuff. And also, Chase Elliott can still celebrate because his pit crew won $100,000 for that pit crew challenge, which was a really cool thing to show. So I really hope that they can bring more into that for the pit crew challenge and stuff next year, just to make things more eventful, more fun and stuff. That'd be really cool and stuff. But yeah, still Chase Elliott was able to win around, consistent up there. I have to say, it's either him or William Byron with the second best Hendrick car. This is just like the Coke 600. One of them was the second best Hendrick car. Just could not tell. But still, a decent race for Chase Elliott in the 9 team, and we'll see what they can do at Nashville next Sunday. Finishing in fourth was Joey Logano. Nothing much to say about Joey Logano and the 22 team. They had a all-right race. They got a 4th place finish. I guess that's pretty decent. You know, they won the All-Star race back in 2016, and they beat Brad Keselowski. So now I bet Larson now knows how Joey Logano feels to beat Brad Keselowski at something. But whatever. But still, decent race for Joey Logano and the 22 team. Nothing really much to say about them, but they were all over the place in this race, and they were running pretty good. They were a top 10 car all day. So yeah, decent race for Joey Logano and the 22 team, and I guess we'll see what they can do at Nashville. Finishing in 5th was Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney was able to win round 2, which was a 15-lap run, and he was also part of that top 12 invert. He finished 12th in round 1 and was able to lead the way for round 2 and just led all the laps of round 2. And after that, the whole 21-car field inverted, and he started 21st for the 3rd round. But still, decent race for Ryan Blaney. He was also the only non-Hendrick driver to win a round in this race, if you think about it. So that's something, because really, this race was just Penske versus Hendrick, because Hendrick was in first place. A Hendrick car finished 1st place. Penske car finished 2nd. Hendrick 3rd. Penske 4th. Penske 5th. Hendrick 6th and Hendrick 7th. So that is something. But still, decent race for Ryan Blaney and the 12 team, and we'll see what they can do at Nashville next week, I guess. Finishing in 6th was Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman, probably the worst Hendrick car out there, still had a good run. He won round 3, which was also a 15-lap run, and then he had the top 9 invert. Because even with the top 21 invert, he started, I believe, 5th in round 3, and you just had, like, De Benedetto ahead of him, Ryan Newman, I believe, and some others, and like Michael McDowell, and he just overtook all of them. I mean, that's a Hendrick Chevy for you. And so he just overtook all of them and was just able to take it all the way home to win round 3. So good day for Hendrick Motorsports overall. Good day for Alex Bowman, the 48 team. We'll see what they can do at Nashville next week. But other than that, they just had a really solid day. So good job for the 48 team. Finishing in 7th was William Byron. Hey, that's better than a 40th at Sonoma. But still, this is an exhibition race. But still, good job for William Byron. They won round 4, I believe, which was also a 15-lap run. And there was also a mandatory green flag pit stop around 5. Just want to point that out and stuff. And William Byron, they just had a decent race. But then in the final part of round 6, Blaney just went 3 wide. Byron just got stuck in the middle, just got trapped, fell all the way back to 8th, and was able to only make up 1 spot. Got 7th, finishing behind his teammate Alex Bowman. So decent race for William Byron, the 2014. Not a result they were looking for, but still, you get what you get. That's the All-Star race. That's a race for $1 million. So hopefully Byron could just take that and see how it is for the future in these next few All-Star races, because I don't know where the next All-Star race is going to be. It might be back at Charlotte, because it might come back to come back at Texas, because the Texas one was better than I expected, like I just said at the beginning. But still, decent race for William Brown, the 2014, and we'll see what they can do in Nashville next week. Finishing in 8th was Eric Almirola. Like I said, good luck for them. They won the All-Star Open, and they were able to get a top 10 in this race, getting 8th, so I think that's a good day for them. Hopefully some things can turn around for them in this team. Maybe Fox just had the bad luck, and now the good luck comes in with NBC. We'll see. But still, great run for Almirola and the 10 team in today's All-Star race, and we'll see what they can do in Nashville next week. Hopefully this is where Almirola's slump can turn into some good luck. Hope? Maybe? I don't know. I'm just spitballing over here, guys. Just help me out, please. I like Eric Almirola. We all do, I believe. Finishing in 9th was Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch was the best Toyota out there. Like, he was challenging with the Hendrick guys in round 1. It looked like it was going to be a great race between Chevy and Toyota. But then the Fords came in, and then Toyota just fell back. I don't know. Kyle Busch just started to struggle. I mean, he had a pit penalty on pit road going too fast. Same thing with Austin Dillon when they had that mandatory green flag pit stop that was part of the pit crew challenge. Hamlin fell back as well. The Truex was just a non-factor all day. And then Christopher Bell, he had that spin where he saved it and stuff, but we'll get to that later, and he just struggled too. So yeah, not a good day for Joe Gibbs Racing in today's All-Star race, but hey, it's just an exhibition race. Be glad it's not an actual points-paying race, but still, decent day for Kyle Busch. They were able to rally back to get a top 10, so I think that's a decent day for the 18 team. And finally, rounding up the top 10 was Kurt Busch. Nothing really to say about Kurt Busch. They had a decent run. They got a top 10. That's pretty good. They were running in the top 10 at times. They just had a decent day. They just had a top 10 car all day. Just nothing else to say. They just had a decent run. They didn't really do much in this race, but still decent race for Kurt Busch and the one team, and I guess we'll just see what they can do in Nashville next week, and because they do have a bit of a head start on these other drivers, because they did practice there. Oh wait, but practice and qualifying is going to be at Nashville. Sorry, Kurt Busch, but at least he has more practice, more laps, right? I guess. He's not going to win, but if he does, then good, I guess. And now let's rate this race. Like I said at the beginning, this race exceeded my expectations. It was better than I expected. I mean, you had Christopher Bell who spun. And, you know, if you think about it, Bell, what's up with him having freaking good saves? I mean, he had that one save at Texas back in 2019 when he was in the Xfinity Series. That was a good save. Almost hit the wall. He had that save last year in the Cup Series at Las Vegas. He had that one at Charlotte last year. He even had a great save at the Glen in 2019, you know, when he was in the Xfinity Series. I don't know what's up with Christopher Bell, but he's good with saves. Like I said, Larson won round 1, the top 12 inverted. Blaney won round 2, all 21 inverted. Bowman won round 3, top 9 inverted. And the gimmicks were making things interesting in this race. And then they also had like Reddick, Harvick, Truex, Newman. They were just non-factors all day. I don't know what happened to Reddick. He did good in the All-Star Open, but just failed and stuff. Then Byron won round 4 and stuff. That was 15 laps. Then you had the mandatory green flag pit stop in round 5. Ross Chastain got a spin from Ryan Newman after Newman just bumped into him and made contact with him. Then you had Elliott. He won round 5. That was like 30 laps. And like I said, all 4 Hendrick cars each have won a round. Blaney was the only non-Hendrick car and stuff to win a round. Chase Elliott's pit crew won the $100,000 for the pit crew challenge. Larson won round 6. That was the 10-lap shootout. And like I said, second All-Star win. Last driver to win an All-Star race on a mile and a half. Think about that. And that was in CGR equipment, like I said earlier, and stuff. But yeah, this race was really good. So what I have to give it, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was a great race and stuff. Exceeded my expectations. So props up to NASCAR and the gimmicks. The gimmicks really changed this race. But yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10. Let me know what you guys would give it in the comment section below. And that'll do it, so guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll have the Truck Series halfway point tier list. We're gonna be reviewing my Truck Series tier list from the beginning of the season and compare it to how the Truck Series standings are right now. So that's gonna be interesting. I'll have that up on Thursday. Also, I'll start to add the playoff standings with these cars after the Nashville race. So I'm gonna start doing that and stuff. And then yeah, this was just a good race and stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Also, I just want to point out, Mike Joy said that Jeff Gordon was the best analyst on Fox this year, you know, when they were closing out of the show, or out of the race. That's a good one, Mike Joy, that's a good one. But remember, could this be Jeff Owens last year with Fox, because he might take on a bigger role with Hendrick Motorsports. We'll see, but still, I'm going to miss Fox with NASCAR. I'm going to miss Mike Joy, Clint Boyer, and stuff, Larry McReynolds. But we'll still see some Fox members, with the truck series for the rest of the year, so we'll see that and stuff. But yeah, NBC's going to take on. Will NBC be better than Fox this year as a broadcasting-wise? We'll see, because 4's a crowd, but 3's allowed. That's what I've heard. But still, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week in Nashville, and have a great rest of your day, and peace out.